We had a police station which was in our area for 100 years. That was closed 2 years ago. And the way that the Metropolitan Police dealt with safe neighbourhood policing changed. We then saw a spike of ultra-violent crime in Hampstead, which we have never seen before, which included men being attacked with hammers as they drove into their driveways, women being attacked for their handbags. One woman was strangled in front of her babies, and when she passed out, her handbag was taken. Crime we hadn't seen before. So we know that the Metropolitan Police had to cut 500 million from their budget as of last year, over 2 to 3 years. They've got potentially another billion to cut over the next 5 years. And we have seen such an increase in crime, which we responded to by calling a public meeting last June. And when we called that public meeting, our then borough commander flooded Hampstead with police, and the crime literally stopped. So we know boots on the ground, bobbies on the beat, is a fantastic deterrent for our area. So the question is, how do we do that, knowing that the Met has to cut $1 billion from its budget? They only have $3.5 billion in their budget, so it's going to be a lot of frontline officers going. What do we do in order to keep our area safe? So I reached out to the community and invited them to fund what is actually 3 police officers. So we've put up a budget of 200,000. We're at 60,000 now, and I'm hoping to reach another 200,000. It's each year for 3 years, so we have to raise in total 600,000. We've reached 60,000 a year at the moment for each of 3 years, so that's 180 in total. But I'm confident if I keep going that we can actually make budget.
It's an incredible response in just 4 weeks. Why do you think residents responded in this way?
Because the public now realise the effect of that the cuts are going to have on policing. We saw a very dramatic decrease when we had police officers on the ground. I've been involved in safer neighbourhood policing since it was set up about 8 or 9 years ago, and I know the effect that safer neighbourhood policing has. So the residents have kept them informed over the years of the work that we've been doing to keep crime down, and they know the benefit of having bobbies on the beat, so they have responded because they understand that the cuts are catastrophic.
How concerned are you about the potential implications for the wider capital, that only wealthier communities will be able to follow your lead?
Well, we're the first community in the UK to actually do this. Normally this scheme is available to business improvement districts, or BIDs as they're called. So we're the first community to say, look, as residents, we would like to do this as well. And I'm confident that when other communities actually find out that this scheme is possible for them, they would want to follow suit. So I don't think it's a question of a two-tier sort of policing. I think other communities can as well. Now, we are 2 wards that I've opened this scheme to, and there are 9,000 people in each ward. So there's 18,000 in total. And if each person contributed, that's £10 a year that each person can contribute toward a scheme such as this. And it's a sort of a buy one, get one free type scheme. So if they fund £10 a year for 3 policemen and go through their local council, they may be able to get an extra one free.
And so what happens now?
So I'm still en route to trying to reach budget, and I'm very confident that we'll get there. Once we reach budget, we're then going to go and have a chat to Camden Council with my colleagues in the Met who I've been discussing this with, and hopefully we will be able to take it further. Camden will then discuss it with MOPAC, which is the Mayor's Office for Policing and Crime. Boris, by the way, has said that he wants to study our proposals, because when he was questioned in Mayor's Question Time last week, he wasn't aware of them. So he's going to be studying them, and I'll be arranging to send the proposals for him to study. But when MOPAC gets those proposals from Camden, they will then be able to give an opinion on whether we can have those extra officers.